Okay, so it looks like I was a little far off on the origin for the new Pokemon, and Dark and Windy is looking like the second coming of Jesus for his prediction, but hey, at least I got the steel typing right. And I mean, it does conduct electricity, so you gotta understand where I was coming from there, but for the most part, I was wrong, and I'll take the L for that. But there's one thing I will not take today, and that is the fact that people are actually hating on this new Pokemon. Now, whether or not it's a Gen 8 or Gen 7 Pokemon is still up for debate, but regardless, as the saying goes, there are 3 things guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and hate for any new Pokemon that's in some way different. That's how it goes. Don't look it up. And in the case of Melton, well, it's different, so it's obviously gonna get hate. And to be honest, I don't really understand it. To me, this Pokemon looks amazing, and I can't wait to actually obtain one in-game, because there's just so much we haven't learned yet about Melton. But other people don't seem to share that opinion, so today, I've decided to try my best to make you Melton haters change your mind with logic, reasoning, and just my overall brilliance, because I'm going to be tackling arguments that haters make for this Pokemon, explain why I think they're wrong, and then offer up some reasonings as to why I think Melton is going to be great. But I want to hear from you guys too. Where do you stand on this Pokemon? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know why in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. And with that being said, let's get started. First, let's tackle one of the notions about Melton's design. People really seem to be fixated on the fact that the lower part of this Pokemon's body kind of draws some similarities to the Pokemon Ditto. In fact, people just toss up this mythical Pokemon to literally just being a Ditto with a nut for a head. I've seen these types of comments a lot around the internet, and well, I can't disagree more with this. Well, yes, the decision to make it appear in the game only to have it transform into a Ditto really didn't help out Melton in this case. However, that shouldn't really be a point against him, but it most likely will be anyways, because f*** me, right? But seriously, this idea that it's just as simple as a Ditto with a nut on its head is pretty freaking annoying, as only half of the Pokemon vaguely resembles Ditto. I mean, if we defined every single goop-like Pokemon as just a lazy Ditto recoloring, then we should have a solid handful of Pokemon being scrutinized right now. However, that's not the case, as a solid amount of those Pokemon came within the first few generations, so they usually aren't being critiqued by these same people. I mean, the shape of the body is different anyway, such as being 50% smaller than Ditto, having longer arms that are lower on its body, in addition to having a much different moving animation. And to put it plainly, even if this Pokemon was designed by just taking Ditto's model and changing it up a bit, why should that matter? The idea behind the Pokemon is for it to be liquid that can corrode and absorb other metals into its body and use it to generate electricity. That in concept is very different from Ditto's background of just being able to transform into another Pokemon. Not saying that either one is bad, but you really can't compare the two in that regard. And to be honest, if you're judging Melton for this very vague similarity to another Pokemon, which is largely different in every other way, then that's just ignorance on your part. Now, this idea of Melton just being a Ditto with a nut on top leads to a much larger problem I have with Pokemon fans. And that is the whole Game Freak is running out of ideas shtick. The saying has been brought up ever since the Generation 3 games came out and became even more rampant as the Black and White games were released.
Really? A trash bag Pokemon? Game Freak's really running out of ideas.
And this saying is just so f***ing annoying to me, because although some Pokemon are just an object with eyes on it, one, some of them are well designed for what it is, and other great Pokemon with amazing origins like Klefki get this label very unfairly put on them. Like this genius of a human being who said,
"And I thought Klefki was a lousy excuse for a Pokemon."
"Bitch! Klefki is not only a great Pokemon design-wise, but its origin is more than just a keychain. If you take a second to do some research, you'll find out that it's actually based on the pagan tradition of blaming fairies for the loss of small objects, such as shoes and keys. Sure, it's not some super complex origin, but it's definitely more than just a keychain. Ranting aside, the commenter then goes on to say that Melton is even worse than that. Now, while again I may have been wrong about the origin of this Pokemon, currently what we know is that its body is made out of a liquid that can break down and absorb other metals and uses that to generate electricity. Then it fires it out of its eye. That is certainly more than just a lazy Ditto redesign. You see, there's a purpose for it looking the way it does, which to me is what a good design is all about. Literally anything can be a Pokemon, so long as there's a good reason for why it looks the way it does. At the end of the day, to everyone who just judges a Pokemon's design for its looks, don't take everything at face value. Read up on the Pokemon to figure out why it looks the way it does, so that you may be open to the possibility of accepting and maybe even liking the Pokemon that you may have hated at one point. Obviously, I'm not saying you can't dislike a Pokemon even if it has a deep origin. That's totally fine to do so, because not everybody is crazy about that. But as long as you accept the fact that it's more than just a lazy Pokemon made by Game Freak, then we're cool. And this final point against Meltan could quite possibly be the most absurd out of all of them. And that's the fact that some people feel this Pokemon not only doesn't look like a mythical Pokemon, but that it doesn't deserve to be a mythical Pokemon. First off, who are any of us to dictate what deserves and doesn't deserve to be a mythical Pokemon? And if you're gonna judge based on height like this guy, I mean, how can you forget about Shaman, who's the exact same height? But I digress. And I don't believe I've ever heard a single complaint about Shaman's mythical status. Plus, there are also other amazing Pokemon that are very small in size that can wreak havoc in the metagame. Klefki and Mimikyu come to mind in this regard. Size does not dictate what is and isn't strong. And it absolutely doesn't dictate whether a Pokemon is a mythical or not. I know this isn't a frequent comment within the community. I wouldn't even say that many people are arguing this point, because you would literally have to have no brain to think this. But it still just pisses me off that anybody would believe this bullshit. I can't resist bringing this up. But the real question is, why should we love this Pokemon? What's there to love? Now, while I can't attest to what you love and desire about a design, I can tell you what I like about it. And what I love about this Pokemon is the fact that it's, well, different. And that kind of sounds a little weird to me because I've been making this whole argument about how it doesn't look like Ditto. But you kind of understand where I'm coming from here, where that it looks a bit different than the usual Pokemon. And I get that it doesn't look like the conventional design, and that's okay to me. I'm not afraid of a little change. In fact, I welcome it. Design-wise, I actually think it looks pretty adorable in its own little weird way. From its movements, size, the way it can make its eyeballs smile, everything about it is just got so much character. And bear with me for a second, because I'm kind of going to get a little corny here, but it's also a reminder that what we view as conventionally strong isn't always what is strong. Strength comes in all shapes and sizes. I mean, just look at Charizard. It looks big, strong, and intimidating, but without a Mega, it's ass, I gotta say. And now Melton, which will be a strong Pokemon, by the way, at least base stat wise, because, you know, it's a mythical Pokemon, will be the reversal of that, which is awesome to me. Again, I'm not forcing you guys to not hate this Pokemon. If you can't get around the design, even with a decent origin, that's totally fine. Just be consistent with your arguments, and don't try to say that it's a lazy design, because it's not. Just because you don't like a design doesn't mean it's lazy. It's just not your cup of tea. Also, I'm petty, and I love the fact that it makes people mad. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and let me know in the comments section below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and become an Aribro today. Also, if you did like this kind of video and want to see more on the other generations, be sure to let me know in the comments section below. If you want to check out the previous video I did, be sure to click the annotation on the left. If you want to see more Pokemon Let's Go videos, click the other annotation on the right. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time.